Good morning, students. Now we will do some more questions of yesterday's concept. It is example number 3. Says find the zeros of polynomial and verify the relationship between zeros and coefficients. So students, first I'll tell you that it is your polynomial. You compare to this polynomial, it is a quadratic polynomial, but very important thing which is actually quadratic polynomial have a general equation, general form like that, where 3 terms are lying, but in that quadratic polynomial only 2 terms is there. This is x square, this is very essential term, this is essential term. If this term is not being there, it is also quadratic polynomial. Suppose it is not being only c's here, it is again a quadratic polynomial. Look at this particular, this is containing only 2 terms, but x square is there, which is essential term, that's why it is a quadratic polynomial. Now to find 0 of the quadratic polynomial, in that case only we don't have to use the middle term splitting method. Whenever you are having 3 term, x square meaning x square term, x term and constant term, then only you have to use the middle term splitting method. In the other 2 cases, when suppose it is not being here or suppose it is not being only c's here, in these 2 cases you don't have to use a middle term splitting method. Okay. Now this is a question. So how to solve this question? I tell you. First take as usual, whatever you are having the polynomial is equal to 0. Then after the 3 will be written under 3 square. Now it looks like a square minus b square. Use a simple identity a plus b and a minus b. Now choose a 2 option and get an answer. So whatever you got 2 answers, first is called alpha and second is called beta. Now this is the find the zeros of the polynomial, you got it. Now next section says what is your p of x? Now you want to find the relationship between zeros and coefficients. Okay. So your p of x is x square and constant. Here the term of x, alone x is absent. So create it. Even x is not there, so write it 0 into x. Minus 3. If x square is here, minus 3 is here, x was not there, so I created x by coefficient 0. Now it is your quadratic polynomial with 3 terms, and what to do? You have to find the relationship between zeros and coefficients, so that you will go first with alpha plus beta. You remember, what is alpha? Minus 3. What is beta? Plus under 3. And answer is, very surprisingly, 0. So you remember that I taught you always alpha plus beta should be negative, but it is not negative. So create it no matter at all, because plus 0 or minus 0 is same value. And about coefficient of x square, it is 1. So I have written 1 because complete meaning is still 0. And why I am writing like that? Because minus sign is being same. Instead of that, 0 will be coefficient of x. And 1 is here, which is coefficient of x square. So students, you got till here that I created minus sign from my side. And upon 1 is as usual, because I wanted the coefficient of x square denominator, so I have written it. And whole meaning is still 0. Now next is alpha into beta, which is again important. Alpha into beta, that minus this and this into with 3. And again I have taught that alpha into beta always positive, but it seems negative. So ignore it like that. You please don't write 3. Otherwise, if you're thinking that alpha into beta is always positive, so ignore minus sign or they'll eliminate minus sign. Don't do this. So how to do this? It is only minus 3 should be written in a bracket. Even it is negative, it will be positive afterward upon 1. And look at what is minus 3. Look at minus 3. So instead of 4 minus 3, write constant term. And upon 1 is itself coefficient of x square here. So student, lastly you will see that alpha plus beta is negative and alpha into beta is itself a positive. It was a negative, so don't worry about minus 3 itself a constant term. So both minus and 3 replaced with a constant term and upon coefficient of x square. So this is the question. Hope you got till here. Students, it was just containing two terms. Same question I'm telling you, which is containing two terms. I think it is in exercise 2.2, question number 4. Question number 4. It is exercise 2.2, question number 1, and see fourth one. It is here 4u square plus 8u. Okay. Now what is p of u? Because the variable is u, I have to use p of u. This is a question. Now student, again I would say same thing, that it is containing only two terms. Even u square is very essential for being the quadratic polynomial. Now it is containing two terms. Constant is absent here, so don't worry about that. You don't have to use the middle term splitting for finding zeros because it is only two terms. If it would be three terms, you have to use the middle term splitting method. So this time only I would go with the same concept as you know it, equal to 0. So take out 4 and u common. So u will be here and it is 2. So first I would transfer to that 4 because 4 is constant value. This is u plus 2 and I transfer to 4 in denominator of that. This is ultimately will get 0. Now we have a two option, either u equal to 0 and second option is u plus 2 is equal to 0, ultimately meaning this is minus 2. So let alpha is equal to first 0 and beta is equal to second. This is, find the 0 of this. Now we have to show this. Before it, I'll go, your polynomial is what? This is 8u. And this is the term of u square is being here, coefficient of the term of u is being here, but constant term is not being here, so right from your side is 0. Now first what to do? Alpha plus beta. Look at what is alpha plus beta. Alpha is 0, beta is 2. So ultimately alpha plus beta is minus 2. And you remember my words that alpha plus beta always negative and it is being negative here. So okay, so how to manage the sign? Minus I will write same. Only 2 is here. So I will write that 2 is 8 upon 4. Now you are surprising. So why we have written like that? Because we want here minus, okay, it is already being there. It is coefficient of coefficient of u. And what is coefficient of u? 8. And in downside, what it must be? Coefficient of u square, which is 4. So I have intentionally written here 8 upon 4. 8 by 4 meaning 2. So no change at all. So one can write, if you ask me, sir, 10 upon 5 also can be written. But it is actually nonsense because we need only 8 and 4. So I will write only 8 and 4. It itself meaning 2 and minus sign is being here. And now what to write, you know it. Instead of 8, you should write coefficient of u, and instead of 4, it is a coefficient of u square. And that's enough. Now second alpha into beta, look at properly, this is 0 and this is minus 2. One should not surprise that his answer is 0, and in upon one should write what? Coefficient of u square meaning 4. So one should write 4 only because 0 upon 4 itself meaning 0 and 0 meaning constant term. You can see here constant term upon coefficient of u square, and that's good enough of this question. So now you can please see it from the board, copy in your notebook. Let's see one more question. Question number 3rd of the question 1 of exercise, 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. This is a polynomial. Solution, the statement is very similar. I'm not writing that often. First student, write this in proper way. X square term written, then x term will come here. A term of x have written and then minus 3. This is the proper form. This is a quadratic polynomial, and good thing at all three terms being here. So student, what to do? We will use, for finding zeros of the polynomial, we will use middle term splitting. So middle term splitting allow, write 7 in the bracket. Then you know the concept. We will split 7 in subtraction sign. Subtraction must be 7 and product or multiplication should be 6 3s are 18. Lastly, I would say that split 7 in subtraction sign. So choose two numbers whose subtraction is 7, whose product is 18. Choose two numbers whose subtraction is 7 and product is 18, which is 9 and 2. Very simple. 9 and 2. So this 7 will be replaced by 9 minus 2. Minus sign will be there because it is minus. And then after, it's very usual method. Multiply 2x. Then lastly, open the bracket. Take out 3x common. What remaining? 2x minus 3. If nothing is being common, 1 is always present there. Same as it is. 2x minus 3 is a common quotient. So 3x plus 1 is being here. And what to do? Take option, guys. First option is this one. Second option is this one. So it is 2x equal to 3. It is, x equal to 3 by 2. It is minus 1, x equal to minus 1 upon 3. So alpha is equal to 3 by 2 and beta is equal to minus 1 upon 3. Look at our next. First I'll go alpha plus beta. Now it's time to tell the relation. Alpha plus beta. What is alpha? 3 by 2. What is beta? 1 upon 3. So no meaning of plus because it is minus sign. So take an LCM. It is 7 upon 6. And you remember my words that alpha plus beta always carry minus sign. But it is not minus sign here. Sometimes student used to do like that. Oh, it has come minus sign. Don't do this. It is a positive. It never be negative. But you have to create minus sign because you know that alpha plus beta is a minus sign. So manage the minus sign. Like create minus sign so that meaning should not change. How it is? Create the minus sign. So meaning should not change. Look at minus minus plus. So created minus sign. And now I want two more. Minus 7 is itself meaning coefficient of x. Minus 7 is coefficient of x. So minus 7 is equal to coefficient of x and upon 6 is coefficient of x square. So student, you got what I want to tell you. It was not a minus sign. So create minus sign so that meaning should not change. So it is minus and minus. Minus I created with minus. So minus minus it is plus. And then you can see that instead of minus and what I have written, instead of 6 what I have written. Okay, now second, this is product. What is alpha? 3 by 2. And what is beta? Minus 1 upon 3. Okay, student, sometimes student cancel 3 and 3. So if you will cancel, the denominator will change. I need denominator 6 because 6 is coefficient of x square. So I want anyhow 6 in denominator. So don't cancel, only multiply. 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, and nothing special now. You remember my words again. Alpha into beta always positive, but it is negative. So don't make it positive like that. It is senseless. Make the sensible thing like minus 3 put in a bracket. And see minus 3 is where? Minus 3 itself constant term. So with minus and 3 write constant term. And upon it is definitely coefficient of x square. So ultimately you will see that alpha plus beta comes negative and alpha into beta comes positive. But that's an answer. So hope student you got. I don't think it is tough now for you. It is very easy. Now next, let me skip on the new concept. Again easy. Quick on writing. First, a quadratic polynomial have a general form like that. It is quadratic polynomial. X square term is being here, x term is being with coefficient ABC. And these are also constant term. This is a quadratic polynomial. I ask you two things. What, suppose alpha and beta are zeros, as usual. So two things is always certain, alpha plus beta. You know the formula, minus. Till now you have read it. Coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. I ask you one thing. What is coefficient of x? Coefficient of x is b. Minus b is minus. Coefficient of x square is a. So keep remember this in your mind always. While studying quadratic polynomial, you have to remember that, remember that alpha plus beta is always minus b upon a. Alpha into beta is, you know it, constant term upon coefficient of x square. Now go through this. Constant is c upon a. Coefficient of x square is a. So keep remember, while studying the quadratic polynomial, in the form of that, alpha plus beta always minus b upon a, and alpha into beta is c upon a. So these two certain and specific formulas keep remember now onward. Now what I am telling you in the next board, I am telling you the construction of quadratic polynomial. Very important terminology I am using. Construction of quadratic polynomial. Till now you would have provided a quadratic polynomial and you used to find the zeros of the polynomial. Now reverse we will go. Zeros will be provided and you have to form a construct of quadratic polynomial. So how to do this? Let me explain. First of all, I am telling you the simple derivation. This is your quadratic polynomial. I am taking out a common. Sometimes students get confused about a common. A, if it is common, remaining is x square. Here b only, a is not there. If it is a is not there, keep this in denominator. If c is here, a is common, a is not there, so keep in denominator. If you are still confused, multiply to a in the bracket. A x square, look at a into this, a and a cancel, bx is remaining. A and c by a and a cancel, c is there. Meaning a common, x square remaining, b is here, a is not here, b by a comes, c here, a is not here, c by a comes. Okay, now student, see it carefully. This is plus b by a. Intentionally I am writing minus and minus. It is automatically plus. Plus c by a. Now student, write it minus sign, and minus b upon a is what? Alpha plus beta. And what is c by a? Alpha into beta. And what ultimately you got, this is none else, it is a formula of construction of quadratic polynomial, where it is a polynomial sign and it is your answer where alpha and beta are zeros. Lastly, I would conclude that when alpha and beta will be given, you just have to put the value in this formula and get your quadratic polynomial. Sometime alpha and beta separately will not be given. Only alpha plus beta, directly sum and product alpha into beta will be given. When directly will be given, put alpha plus beta is a sum and alpha into beta is a product, add the places properly and get your answer. So this was just a formula. Let me explain one question of exercise 2.2. Quick question number 2. Question is, find the quadratic polynomial whose sum and product of zeros are 1 by 4 and minus 1. Very first question. So read the question properly. What you have to do? You have to find the quadratic polynomial, meaning construct the quadratic polynomial. This is a formula where alpha and beta are zeros, and question says where sum and product of zeros are this and this. This is sum. Sometimes students get confused, it is alpha and it is beta. I would write, let alpha and beta are zeros of the quadratic polynomial. So don't take alpha equal to this one and beta equal to this, because alpha is not this. This is what? Sum of the zeros, meaning it is alpha plus beta, and product of the zeros, meaning it is alpha into beta. So it's given what? Given alpha plus beta is equal to 1 by 4 and alpha into beta is equal to minus 1. Now use a formula. We know that. What is a quadratic polynomial formula? It is x square sum product. Put the values. X square, alpha plus beta is itself 1 by 4 x, alpha into beta itself minus 1. student, where a is any real number, you can say a is any real number. Your answer you can drop here. Moreover, you want to do, you can take an LCM. You can take an LCM. 4. It is 4x square minus x minus 4. And a by 4 you can write. Furthermore, this is also can be called as an answer. In sometime in a book, this part is absent. So if you put a equal to 4, what is a? Real number. So if I'm putting a equal to 4, 4 and 4 will cancel. Your answer is this one. So all what I marked right here, these are answers. You can drop your answer here, you can drop your answer here, you can drop your answer here. Sometime in few books may possible that the construction of polynomial a is absent there. So if you put a is 1, so it is only x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta, it is also acceptable. But I will do all questions with this formula where a is a real number. You can drop your answer anywhere where the right sign marked here. So okay, this question is being very important one. This is a formula where alpha and beta are the zeros. In this particular question, sum and product are given. This is alpha plus beta and this is alpha into beta. So this was a question. Now question exercise is on you now. Exercise 2.2. Please do complete. And doubts you can consult with me. Thank you.